my piano teacher at the age of, when I was at the age of 12, wisely thought that I would do better, which means I was showing signs of boredom at playing the piano, that I would like to try playing the organ. And of course, that's a perfect instrument for a 12-year-old, 13, because you can play loud. That's what really counts. And winding up at the cathedral is just a long, inevitable story that I started out as an Episcopalian, was practically sort of blown away by the acoustics in the building when I was about 9 years old, when it was first opened. And I thought hearing the organ in the congregation, I thought I'd gone to heaven. It's really how music sounds as the criteria for me. That's what I'm not so much producing pieces as I'm trying to produce beautiful and interesting sounds. So then I'm a kind of sound freak. The thing about plain song is that it reduces what you're doing to really the singing of text. It's in doing the psalm tones, singing the language, singing in English beautifully is not easy to do. I have a theory that when you hear, whether it's a men only group, or a women's only group, that I think psychologically there's some reaction to that as monody sung by a particular unified group. There's something about that, as opposed to hearing a soloist. The soloist inevitably brings in an ego side, I think. But there's something about the sound that, of course, that we respond to as something that's happening as a group. So that's another aspect of why I like it.
Yeah.
D Choirs in New Jerusalem was the first piece I wrote for the brass group. I think so. With any congregation, you've certainly got there has to be somebody that complains about something. And the dean, the only thing that he reported was somebody said it sounded too much like the Salvation Army band. Which made sense in a way because nobody had heard instruments in church before. You have to be reminded how straight-laced people were in their piety at that particular time. Over the 40 years I was at the Cathedral, I just wore them down by introducing instruments of all sorts, which of course biblically is well founded, but certainly not in the piety of the 1950s and the 1960s when I started. I think the fact that the dean encouraged me to hire professional players made a considerable difference too. All of the pieces that are on the recording, they come from, I think, my love of music and the freedom, which I had a great deal of freedom to be self-expressive. Opportunity to be in the cathedral with all of the resources to be creative, the latitude that was given to me as a musician to do works and sing works with the choir and so on were very important. So they all have, you might say, the mark of where I am in my spiritual life.